I'm Elaine Clayman from the Elaine Clayman, Justine Bray team at Brown Harris Stevens, and I want to thank you again for tuning into our Tuesday talks. I am extremely pleased to introduce you today to Brenda Posner from Langdon Title. Brenda is the Executive Director of Sales at Langdon, and she is probably one of the nicest human beings I have ever met. And so I have some questions, Brenda, about title insurance and what exactly is title insurance and why does a buyer need that?
So title insurance is insuring real property. It's ensuring the free and clear transfer of ownership. And it's insuring you against any kind of defects, claims, anything that would transfer from the seller to the new owner. And you want to make sure it's transferring against errors in recording. So for example, if the deed was recorded against the property next door, you're insured for that. You're insured that you really own that home you're purchasing with that policy that you're buying. It's ensuring you access to the property if there's a private road. It's insuring you against any kind of fraud that might have happened. So we take on that and insure you.
So Brenda, do people get title insurance for just condos or condos and co-ops? Because we're just talking about Manhattan right now.
Okay, so people get title insurance for any kind of real property. So if only condos, and if they're buying a townhouse in Manhattan or a building in Manhattan, it's anything but a co-op. A co-op, there are limited circumstances where people will get a special type of title insurance, but it's very, very rare. 1 or 2 deals a year.
So it's only real property.
Yes.
So are there different types of title insurance or just one kind? And does it age out after a year or how does that all work?
Okay, so there are 2 different types of title insurance. One is the owner's policy, which insures the owner for the lifetime that they own the property, whether it's a year or 100 years, it doesn't matter. And that's a one-time fee at closing. Then there's the lender's policy, which insures the lender for the lifetime of the loan. So some people hold on to a loan for 1 year, 10 years, 30 years. But as soon as you would go and you would refinance, a new title insurance policy is then required again for the lender. And if it's within a certain period of time, then the borrower would be eligible for what's called a reissue rate, so that they won't have to spend as much money.
So what kind of dollars are we talking about with title insurance?
So it's all, title insurance is state regulated in New York. So it's a rate, no matter what title insurance company you're going to, the rate's always going to be the same. So just for example, a title insurance policy on a $1 million condo in Manhattan would be approximately $4,200 for the owner's policy, and then approximately $880 for the lender's policy based on an $800,000, 80% loan. Those are one-time fees. There are other fees that'll be on the title bill, but that's actually the cost of the insurance for the owner's lifetime.
So Brenda, everything seems to have been affected by COVID-19. Has title insurance and getting title insurance, has that changed your world at all?
So initially, when everything closed down, there were only certain things that we were able to access. So certain towns were much harder to get the information from. There's certain things that are online that we have access to or our examiners have access to, but some things were harder. In the city, we were able to get pretty much everything always online. Right. It's the closing process that had changed.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So now, if the price is the same, whether it's gotten from you or another title company, what makes Langdon different than other title companies? Why should somebody come to you?
Okay, so prior to working for Langdon, I had been, a freelance title closer for about 20 years or so. And I've seen many title companies in the way they work. Langdon the staff is incredible. We kept everybody on staff during this whole time, which was very nice. Even the owners are very involved in the day-to-day workings of the office, which you don't see at a lot of title companies. So the owners are there to answer any questions I have. But I think the biggest thing, and I hate to say it, is working with me. Yeah, when you work with me, because I'm the executive director of sales and because I'm a title closer, I'm knowledgeable about the business. A lot of salespeople are not knowledgeable about the business. And I will personally oversee my deals from beginning to end. And I speak to the purchasers. And if they have any questions, I tell them they're totally free to call, text, email me whenever they want. I want them to feel comfortable and secure with this transaction. And that's nice to see. It's nice to have that personal interaction with people.
Right, and it's wonderful to deal with somebody as responsive as you are. I really have found that to be fantastic. So I really thank you, Brenda, for spending the time with us today. And I would ask anybody who needs title insurance to go to Brenda, because she really, we're both in an information business, and if you don't have the information, it's hard to do the job. So thanks again, Brenda, for joining us.
Thanks so much, Elaine. Take care.